How are you guys doing today? I've been told that you guys are super excited to have me here and you want to hear me talk about future of technology. Are you guys interested to know about innovation at Google? Yeah? How many of you are in love with Google products? Almost all? Wow, okay, fine, it's a no-brainer. So thanks a lot for giving me an opportunity to be here. And for the next 20 minutes or so, again, as you pointed out, it's not going to be few words, it's going to be 20 minutes. And I promise you that this journey of 20 minutes, I'll be talking about future of technology and what are the kind of things that Google is doing in the space of technology. And I'll also be talking about my own learning experiences. I was a student just like you a decade back, and afterwards it's a long, hard journey. And I want to share a couple of my experiences about what really makes a successful person in life. So when you're talking about technology, everything is accelerating. The future is very much out here. Any idea of how many years did it take to get 1 billion telephone landlines? How many years did it take? You'll be surprised it took 110 years. How many years did it take for the first billion TV sets to reach homes? It took something like around 50 years, half of that. And when you're talking about things like internet, right? It took something like around 14 years. When you're talking about mobile phones to reach the first billion, it took 22 years. When you're talking about the smartphone itself, it took just around 8 years to sell a billion smartphones. When you're talking about now we are in the age of social networking, and to reach the first billion users for Facebook, it took less than 5 years, right? And everyone has been using technology. It's just not a certain age group of people who are using technology. I got the good fortune of having my parents out here, and off late, just because his daughter has moved to US, he's hooked on Facebook and Skype. And he's been using it every single day so far. How many of you have heard about this new technology called Google Glass? Right, almost all. So I want to just talk to you a little bit about what this group is all about. Within Google, we call it the secret group. It's called the Google X project. And most of the innovative breakthrough products which are coming out of Google are coming out of Google X project. So these are people who are the best in the industry. You got scientists, you got doctors, you got best of the people from NASA who are working on this project. And we came out with the driverless cars. We came out with Google Glass. We came out with smart contact lenses. I'll be talking about all these technologies in a few moments. So just to understand what this Google Glass is all about, I'm going to play a quick video for you guys.
Okay, Glass, record a video.
This is it. We're on in 2 minutes.
Okay, Glass, hang out with the Flying Club.
Google photos of tiger heads.
You ready? You ready?
Right there. Okay, Glass, take a picture.
That is awesome.
Okay, Glass, record a video.
After this bridge, first exit.
delicious and Thai?
อร่อย
Alroy.
Google jellyfish. Well, let's see. It's beautiful.
The next technology that I'll be talking about is my personal favorite. So Google usually works on technology by which not just hundreds and thousands, billions of people should be affected and take benefit of technology. We are not just a search company. We are doing something radical in terms of technology. And there's one example which actually talks about that. What you see here on your screens is called the smart contact lenses. And Google has developed this technology, and we have lent out this technology to a company called Alcon, which is part of the Novartis group, which is a huge eye care manufacturer in the world. They are the global leaders. So what does this exactly do? If you are a diabetic patient, and if you are suffering from severe diabetes, you are supposed to prick your finger for blood tests twice a day, right? And it is, from a psychological standpoint, it could be really unnerving for a lot of people. So what we did is we have come out with this smart contact lenses. And what you see out there is a very low-powered microchip, which is there, which is thinner than your human hair. It is almost invisible. And these goes, you are supposed to put it on your eye, and it takes the measurement from the tear fluid, which is formed on the surface of your retina. And if you've got a smartphone, if you've got an Android phone, or if you've got an iPhone, all you have to do is wear this contact lenses and press a button on it, and you'll get your exact blood sugar level at that point in time. So you'll be surprised. This was just an extension of Google Glass as a technology, and it is the same team which was working on Glass who just took it to the next level and found a medical use for this. And if things go really well, in another 2 or 3 years, you'll be seeing this kind of smart contact lenses in the market, which will be beneficial for a lot of people, especially when you're juvenile diabetic. If you're diabetic at the age of around 13, 14, and you have to keep testing your blood sugar levels all your life, this will be a boon for all of them. When you're talking about consumers, how many of you have got a smartphone? All of us? How many of you got 2 phones? See? More than 2, 3 phones? No? It's just me, I got 3 phones. Okay. How many of you got a desktop or a laptop? Everyone. And mobile phone, tablets? Okay. And how many of you know what a wearable is? This is what I'm wearing now is called a wearable watch. I'll be talking a little bit more on that. I'll be talking also about Chromecast and Android Auto. So these are the devices that we released in the market almost around 2 months back at Google I/O, which is our flagship developer conference. And what I'm wearing now is a LG watch. And what you're seeing on the right-hand side is a Samsung watch. And what this is basically do, this is a smartwatch where all your notification, whether it's a WhatsApp notification or it's an email or your call, everything comes on your wear directly. So what are we talking about from an implication standpoint? It is now socially acceptable when someone is calling you to check your WhatsApp message, slightly look at your watch, and you know who is sending your message. Otherwise, it's socially unacceptable if you keep, because I get this all the time at home. I'm always with my phone. Now you can keep staring at your watch, which is much more nonsensical in its way. So having said that, if you're looking at technology adoption, right, when you talk about 8 to 9 years back when people had Bluetooth, and when people were just wearing Bluetooth in the head and they're just talking to themselves and everyone thought he's a crackpot, he's just talking to himself. It was so socially unacceptable. But over a period of time, this kind of technology, like your glass, I've been fortunate enough to be using a glass. The way it works is when you have to activate a glass, it's just a glass which will be staying on top of your normal glass. You have to make a slight head movement at 30-degree angle. This is how you activate your glass. So imagine another 6 years from now, you'll be having tons of people just doing this and walking around on the road, right? And that will be socially acceptable. Mark my words on that, right? Just like Bluetooth, all the movements over there, if you want to go to the page behind, you have to do this. If you want to go to the next, you have to do this. So you'll be, and you can just say, take a photo, take a picture, right? So you're talking about everything going to the next level, and it'll all these technologies will be socially acceptable. So these are the two watches, and this is the one with the round dial. This is from Motorola. It's called Moto 360, and this is one of the hottest looking watches that you have, which will be coming in the market. So to know more about the use cases of a smartwatch, I just want to play a quick video for you guys.
That does that?
Just got a jellyfish warning.
Try counting?
Let's go to Zuma.
Morning, kids. Supplies, be there in 2. There it is. Okay, Google, what's the Syracuse score? Yay! Woo!
Okay, Google. Open garage.
So the next technology I'll be talking to you about is called Android Auto. So Google has come out with this automotive alliance called Open Automotive Alliance, and we've got 40 partners globally. In the future, by the year end, from December onwards, all the BMWs, Audis, and the top 40 manufacturers in the world will be coming out with Android Auto. So what you see on your dashboard would be your Android Auto wear, which will be giving you the maps. And again, talking from an adaptability perspective, everything is voice enabled, right? And it'll tell you whether to take a right turn, and you can interact with your car audio real time. And the best part of it, when I saw the preview of it, if you're on a long road and you got time to dictate an email, you can open your inbox and you can dictate your entire email on the fly. So that's what Android Auto is all about. Our next product that I'll be talking about is called Google Chromecast. How many of you have heard about Chromecast? So Chromecast is the most hottest selling product Google has ever made, and it was the best selling product in US for last 18 months. So Chromecast is a device which you plug it to your TV, right? And whatever you are playing on your mobile phone wirelessly, it just beams onto your mobile or to your TV. So whatever pictures you have taken, whatever videos you have taken, if you want to play a YouTube, whatever it is, whatever is playing on your tablet or in your phone is directly beamed on to your largest screen of your house, which is a TV. That's Google Chromecast. So if you're looking at the world's population, we've got close to 7.2 billion people as of now, and close to 2.8 billion people are online. And by the year 2020, if you're looking at the number of smartphones which will be there in the market, there'll be close to 5 billion smartphones. And if you're looking at connected devices, there'll be close to 40 billion connected devices. When I'm talking about connected devices, I'm talking about Internet of Things. Your phone being able to interact with your refrigerator. Your refrigerator being able to interact with your microwave. Your microwave being able to interact with your thermostat, right? We are talking about that kind of technology. And we have already been making a lot of acquisitions in the space of Internet of Things. So India is definitely accelerating. If you're looking at the number of growth in terms of the smartphone itself, it's really staggering. In terms of number of mobile internet users, we got 200 million users we had in 2013. And by 2018, it'll be 500 million internet users in a country like India. And every month on month, we are adding close to 5 million people online through internet. And I'm happy to let you know that we, in a month's time, not even a month's time, in another week from now, next Tuesday, Android 1 is going to be released in India, which is a global launch. So you're talking about a smartphone for 5,000 rupees. And that's going to be really amazing so you're talking about close to 8 to 10 million smartphone being sold by people like your Micromax, Carbon, and Spice every single month, which will be running on Android. Let's just talk about how internet is helping people and how people are consuming internet in a country like India. You'll be surprised to know almost 50% of the people research extensively if they want to buy a car on internet before they go and make an offline purchase. 7 out of 10 urban teenagers buy something or the other online. Almost 69% of the tech shoppers finalize the model to purchase before entering the store. So we had this entire concept of research online and buy offline. We call it the ROPO model. So here is the scenario. If you want to buy a camera, you do all your research and you just walk to Chroma, and within 2 minutes you go, you enter, you know the exact price, you just go and put it in your shopping cart and you exit within 2 minutes. That's where the world is heading to. E-commerce will be really big. It will be a $45 billion industry by 2020 just in India. And if you're looking at Flipkart, they crossed the magical 1 billion mark in terms of your overall sales for the year 2013. And they are making something like around 100K transaction every single day, which is humongous. People are spending a lot of time on their smartphone. On an average, an Indian is spending close to 3 hours browsing on their smartphone across all categories, right? And an average Indian looks at his phone, 125 times a day, on average. And for people like me, I think it's attached to me. It's a part of my body. So that's how we are pretty much attached to your mobile phones. This is how many of you belong to the Doordarshan era? How many of you have seen? Okay, only a handful of them, fortunate and unfortunate. So this is what you can relate to. This is how Doordarshan era used to be. Your mom, your dad, your grandparents, everyone are watching the same piece of content, right? Whether it makes sense or not, that's the only choice that you had. And let's look at the scenario from here. This is how we moved out, right? Everyone is doing their own thing, and the TV is just playing in the background, right? And 1 in 3 people watch YouTube where the TV is on. They are multitasking. Everyone has got multiple devices, and this is what is happening. And Google is doing a lot of things in order to bring a lot of people online. From 300 million people, how do we get another 400 million people online in the shortest possible time? So if you're looking at the hurdles that the country is facing, one is your infrastructure. We don't have the right kind of infrastructure for people to be accessing right quality content. Second is the quality of content itself, right? If you're expecting your 70-year-old father to be browsing internet, and if you tell him that you can go and search for Lady Gaga, he'll say, just forget it, right? And if you just tell him that you can go and book your Tirupati Darshan online, he'll be the first one to jump on that, right? So we are doing a lot of stuff in order to get a lot of localized, local regional language content on the internet. And third is we are working with the government in terms of policy, making the right kind of policy changes to have a lot of people going online and take the benefits of internet. And the next video that I'll be playing now just talks about a girl whose name is Raki in Rajasthan. And it's an amazing story. We got an initiative called Get India Women Online. And we want to get 100 million women online in next 2 years from tier 3 cities. And this is just a video to talk about that.
मेरा नाम राखी पालीवाल है। मैं 23 साल की हूँ। राजस्थान के ग्राम पंचायत उपलियोडन की उप सरपंच हूँ। अभी मैं लॉ की पढ़ाई कर रही हूँ और सेकेंड ईयर क्लास में पढ़ रही हूँ। जब 6th क्लास में पढ़ती थी तब भी मुझे पॉलिटिक्स में इंटरेस्ट होने लगा था, तो मैं प्रेसिडेंट बन गई। तो इस तरीके से मुझे इंटरेस्ट आने लगा और जब इलेक्शन आया गांव का सरपंच का, तो मुझे लगा कि मुझे भी इसमें इन्वॉल्व होकर गांव की जो प्रॉब्लम्स हैं उनको सोल्व करना। कंप्यूटर जब देखा था तो मुश्किल लगा था कि इसे कैसे चालू करते हैं और इसको कैसे ऑन करते हैं, कहीं करंट तो नहीं आ जाएगा, तो इस तरीके से डर भी लगा था। जब मैंने इंटरनेट यूज़ किया तो मैंने देखा कि लड़के और लड़कियां कैसे सोशल मीडिया को यूज़ कर रहे थे, तो मैंने भी अपने पंचायत पेज बनाया और जो भी प्रॉब्लम्स जो पंचायत की है उनको उस पर डालना शुरू किया। मेरा ख्वाब है कि मैं अपने गांव को एक रोल मॉडल के माध्यम से देखना चाहती हूँ। जितने भी लोग हैं वो इंटरनेट यूज़ करें और सीखें। जैसे किसी की बीमारी की प्रॉब्लम हो तो गांव वाले जानकारी ले सकते हैं कि ये बीमारी किसके कारण होती है। जो काम होते हैं, टिकट्स बुक करना हो, चाहे केस दर्ज करना हो, तो वो यहीं शुरू करना चाहते हैं ताकि गांव के लोगों को बाहर नहीं जाना पड़े। आने वाली जो भी पीढ़ी है, तो मैं चाहती हूँ कि उनको इंटरनेट के बारे में पूरी जानकारी हो। ये भी चाहते हैं कि जितने लड़कियां हैं, महिलाएं हैं, वो इंटरनेट के बारे में जाने, तो उसको भी हम सिखाने का कार्य कर रहे हैं। मैं चाहती हूँ कि जो महिलाएं हैं वो बंदिश में नहीं रहे और अपना जो सारे जो सपने हैं उनको पूरा करें।
So when you're talking about the traditional way of doing business, you need not go to a shop to buy things, right? Everything is online. Just to give you an example about what happens with Flipkart when they launched the Zombie, right? They were sold out in 40 minutes. Around a lakh phone was sold out in 40 minutes. And when they came out with the next set of phones, they were sold out in 8 seconds, right? So many people are just going online and they know what exactly to buy and everything is powered online. And we also got this whole initiative called Get India Business Online. There are 45 million small and medium businesses in the country. And out of them, close to not even 1% of them are online. And so we are also running a lot of programs for them to get the small and medium businesses online. Okay? So I got one more video to just show about how small businesses are just taking the power of internet and taking it to the next level.
I love to work with Papa because he's like my strength. When he's around here, the energy is different. I mean, everybody's on their toes and he gets the best out of me, I think. You fall, you get up, you walk. Don't look back. That's his advice to me all the time. My name is Sarika Dresswala and I run Maganlal Dresswala with my dad in Mumbai. We are pioneers in the film industry. We supply Bollywood mainstream costumes. And we also supply costumes for events, marriages, as in weddings. What makes Maganlal Dresswala unique is the passion that we have for our business, which has come down from my granddad to my dad and to me. Whenever customers search on Google, I want them to find Maganlal Dresswala. Our business showing up on Google has helped us reach so many people and help them find our location easily and effortlessly. I love to get photos of the costumes which I make for people when they actually send them to me online. It's kind of a satisfaction, a joy which you get only when you actually see them wearing it. It's lovely.
मेरा फैमिली बिजनेस जो मंगला ड्रेसवाला का है वो अबाउट 100 इयर्स हुआ है। मैं इच्छता हूँ कि 100 इयर्स पूरा करे ये और मैं भी साथ में रहूँ और मैं इच्छता हूँ कि मेरे से भी आगे और बढ़े।
We also got this concept of moonshot thinking. Let me just take a few more minutes to just explain this whole concept. There's no point in doing any kind of an incremental effort. When you're talking about innovation, it has to be at exponential race, right? If you're talking about smart cars, driverless cars, or your smart contact lenses, or your glass project itself, If it was any other company or if you'd have left it with the government, it would have taken close to around 25 years. And you'll be surprised to know the kind of projects that we are talking about, which we call the moonshot projects, which are projects which is unbelievable, unthinkable. We want to start and complete it within 24 months. And I don't know how many people have heard about the Loon project, Project Loon. So what you're thinking of doing is leave hundreds and thousands of balloons high up in the air in the stratosphere, which is at least around 15 kilometers in the air. And they form an internet mesh. And in emerging countries like India and Africa, you'll be getting internet through these balloons. And just to talk about that, so you're talking about not having any kind of a cable line at all. This idea came out through our moonshot thinking process. To know more about who are the real people behind this Google X project in Mountain View, I just want to play this amazing video.
Everyone else in the world is working on the next 10%. If you can be the one that delivers that 10 times improvement, you have a chance to really change things.
If you want cars to run at 50 miles per gallon, fine, you can retool your car a little bit. But if I tell you it has to run on a gallon of gas for 500 miles, you have to start over.
You need a lot of courage in this work, and you need a lot of persistence. Even if you don't really 100% believe it's possible, like you might think this might be possible, have the courage to try. That's how the greatest things have happened.
You don't spend your time being bothered that you can't teleport from here to Japan, because there's a part of you that thinks it's impossible. Moonshot thinking is choosing to be bothered by that.
We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard.
Humanity's progress has been a series of amazing, audacious things, from the very small and personal up to the great, big, and grand, and we are a species of moonshots. And to me, that's like the really amazing, poetic, and inspirational thing. Everyone else in the world is working on the next 10%.
Okay, yeah, I think we are done with this project. So that's about moonshot thinking. I'll be taking next couple of minutes just to talk about success and what success means to all of us. As I said, I was just a student like you. During my convocation ceremony, I do clearly remember that I topped my class in marketing, and I had around 4 job offers, and I didn't know what to choose. And like any other stupid guy, I chose the one who gave me the largest pay package, right? And after that, there was a lot of course correction that I had to make to reach where I am today. And in order to be successful, I've been really fortunate enough to be working with some really, really talented people globally. And these are some of the common traits that I see due to which they are extremely successful. One is follow your passion, right? And passion, it's not that you'll understand what you're passionate about right now. It might take some time for you to know what you're really passionate about. That's your calling from the heart, right? So for me, it was very clear that I couldn't code for nuts. As a matter of fact, in my first year of engineering, I was offered computer science, but I took industrial engineering because I couldn't code. And I realized it much, much earlier that it's not my core competence. And for me, the core competence was talking to people and presenting in such kind of seminars and predicting the future, which was really, really cool. So follow your passion diligently. Ideas. All of us get ideas at any point in time. If you go to a pub and if you're with a group of friends, you come out with 10 different ideas, right? You always come out with ideas. Okay, fine, that guy is doing so well. Why can't we do something similar to that? And I've got a great idea. Unfortunately, the idea will just remain an idea if you don't have an action to follow up with it. So idea plus action equals change. That's what all of us should be looking forward to. Hard work, guys. I think most of the successful people, they will really tell you there's no substitute to hard work. There are just not 1% of people who can claim here, including people on the dais, that they were really lucky, right? It's just the hard work that everyone has given. They have soiled it out, they're toiled, and finally they are here because of the hard work. Focus. I do mentor a lot of students and a lot of startups. At any point in time, I'm constantly in touch with close to around 20 or 30 startups which I'm mentoring, and they keep changing their focus. Today they are passionate about one thing, tomorrow it's completely different. So you should really know what you're passionate about and just take it as an end-to-end game. It's just not a starting. You begin with something and quickly change over to something else. So you're being highly focused is very, very important. You have to really push yourself, guys. You know, once you reach your goals, most of us say, yeah, this is the end and that's it, right? And trust me, till the end of your career, you can always dream really, really big. And there's always a continuously improvement kind of a cycle where you plan, you do, you check, and you adjust. For example, you got a goal of being XYZ thing in next 2 years or so, right? Do you have a checkpoint after every 6 months to see whether you're on track or not? Not many of us do it, right? By the time you realize that you're on the wrong path, you'd have already lost around 8 to 10 years of your career. And it becomes extremely difficult to change your career at that point in time. Unfortunately, in a country like India, when you start with one career, you end up with the same career all your life. Unlike in the West, when I was in the US, when I was at Microsoft, after 20 years of being a Harley-Davidson mechanic, someone did an MSc in course and he came as a support engineer. So he changed his career. And other way around, there was this guy who was a senior director at Microsoft for 25 years. Then he left everything and he became a mechanic because he was passionate about cars. So you can do all this course correction in Western world, but unfortunately you don't have that kind of flexibility. So keep your eyes and ears really open on what you really want, and whatever change course correction that you want to do, it'll happen within first 5 years of your career. So share with others. The more we share, the more we have. You know, whenever you got an idea, when you want to, what we really encourage people at Google is to share whatever we have. And one of the very reasons why Google is so successful is, for example, if I got an idea, instead of just keeping with me, I got an internal portal. I will share the idea with other 60,000 Googlers. I'm not bothered about who is stealing my idea because trust me, no one is going to be doing it. No one is there to steal your idea. People are there to collaborate and make that idea really successful and take it to the next level. So you have to share it openly. You have to get a buy-in from a lot of stakeholders in order to take it to the next level. And last but not the least, persistence, right? So never, never, ever give up. There are a lot of challenges that as young students you'll be coming across. It could be during your placement time, or this is your first job, you don't like your boss, you don't like XYZ things in life, but there's nothing else that you can do. There are two things that you unfortunately can't change. It's your parents and your boss. Even now you can change your boss by changing companies. But again, it's very difficult. You have to be really persistent so that you achieve your goals. And I just want to end up by just saying that I wanted all you guys, all the students out here, to go out into the world and do really well for yourself. Be really, really ambitious. There's nothing wrong in being ambitious. You can aim to conquer the world. There's nothing wrong with that. But more importantly, go out and do something good to the world, right? Give something back to the society. Give something back to people around you. That is completely missing in this day and age. So with that, thanks for giving me the opportunity to be here, and all the very best. Thank you.